Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. The Salvation Army of the Lowcountry is a great place to shop for Christmas, but also by providing donations in support of the Kettle campaign, it allows them to offer a special Christmas holiday to those in need. And here to tell us more, Major Bryan Tatterson. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, talk a little bit about the origin of the bell ringing at kettles.
Well, as far as the United States goes, and the beginning of ringing the bell with the kettle started in 1891.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, San Francisco. A Salvation Army captain named Joseph McPhee, who as a young man was a sailor in England, he was wanting to feed the poor and destitute, and he had this grand idea that he was going to feed 1,000 people a nice Christmas dinner on Christmas Day, and he didn't know how to finance it. And he remembered back as a sailor in Liverpool, going to one of the ship docks. There was a great big black pot, and people would throw coin in it to help the poor. And so he said, that's how maybe I can do it. And he set out this pot, and he put up a sign, keep the pot broiling. And he raised enough money to feed over 1,000 people Christmas dinner. Within 6 years, it spread across the whole United States.
Wow, that's interesting, and I had no idea where it started. So obviously, it's very important for all of us to support this Kettle campaign. And what services does the Salvation Army provide at Christmas with the funds from that Kettle campaign?
Well, during Christmas, we have our toy program, and feeding program, clothing program, etc. And our main focus at Christmas is providing for families to be able to provide Christmas. And you know, I remember being a child, I'd like to receive a toy at Christmas.
Certainly.
I mean, I know how important a sweater is now.
That's right. That's right.
You know, but I like to open up and see a football or a truck
or
something
a doll.
like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so parents are able to provide that for their children, and of course they don't tell their children where it came from.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, hopefully later on, as the child becomes an adult. You remember years ago, we were really struggling, and just want to let you know the Salvation Army helped us.
That's right. That's right.
But that way a parent can say, you know, Merry Christmas from Mom or Dad, or Santa Claus. And our hopes are also that maybe they'll talk about the real Christmas story eventually, telling about the birth of our Savior.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously there's other services that you provide all year round. Yes,
and Christmas is actually our biggest fundraiser throughout the year. I believe it's true for most charities. Come the summer months, often donations drop down a little bit and so forth. So our Christmas effort not only helps us to help the needy at Christmas, but we push hard so that, you know, come the summer months,
can carry
May,
through.
June, July, August, it can carry through because we provide more than just you know, clothing and toys at Christmas. We do a whole lot more throughout the whole year.
Right, absolutely. So how has the recent burning of the Bluffton family store affected services and donations? And that was so unfortunate, but obviously it's affected things a little bit.
Yeah, it's affected us quite a bit to a certain extent because of course we don't have an on-site location to serve people in the region. That being said, our store in Beaufort, which just opened up a few months before this store,
happened,
and it's a real blessing because it's a very large store. So as far as our services from the store, and I know a person says, well, store service, that may not register, but you know, the store is of course in business, hopefully to make a little money to help us with our social services. But if a family comes to our social services office in Beaufort and they're in need, it doesn't cost them a penny for clothes. We don't say, okay, well, we're going to discount your clothes. We give them a voucher so they can get clothes. If we have a building not a building burned down, that can be on my mind a little bit, but if someone's house burns down, we don't say, well, we're going to discount furniture for you. we give them what they need. So,
Yes.
so the donations are important because it helps us to help others with things that they need free of charge. And also, a person might go in and just think that, you know, I'd like to buy some nice clothes, and,
Sure.
and they can get it much cheaper there, you know, slightly used than they can at a department store.
That's right. Major Tatterson, thank you for what you do every year, all year and through the holidays.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, ma'am.
And we'll be right back with Talk of the Town.